Hello again, this is Alex with MasterChartsTrading.com, and this is market recap for Friday, September 6, 2019. As always, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, as well as share this video with others if you found it useful to you. September is still considered a weak month for the stocks, but looks like we're about to hit record highs, so we'll look at that. Several sectors, such as consumer staples, real estate, and utilities, are already at all-time highs. We'll look at a couple of trade examples from recent alerts for Home Depot and automatic data processing ADP. Junk bonds are exhibiting a bullish divergence, and investment-grade bonds are pulling back. So this is painting a picture of a less um, risk than before. Dollar index is pulling back from recent highs, and this is surprisingly not really helpful to gold. And we're seeing a couple of bearish engulfing patterns. So I'll explain what I mean, and I'll show some of the recent gold trades that I just closed for Barrick Gold and for GDX. And we'll finish off with crypto reviews. All right, so let's look first at S&P 500, of course, the proxy for the market. So this is S&P 500 futures, and you can see that we're very close to record highs, and it's just basically 1% away. So I think we can easily see new records and continue higher. Stock market is bullish, so there is no need to argue with that. Here's S&P 500 ETF SPY. I pointed out this possible triangle consolidation last week. Looks like it's working out. I don't really trade this type of patterns, but this one kind of just jumped out at me, so I figured I might as well show it to people. And this looks like triangle consolidation with very close to record highs, and I think we could easily continue higher. Same goes for QQQ, close to records. Dow Jones close to records as well. So not really any major divergence between Dow Jones or other sectors or other major indices rather. XLP, consumer staples. This is a very nice trade, relatively recent this year. In March, we saw a opportunity here, sent an alert. Now we have about 15% gain, and it looks set to continue. Yeah, I know this is a defensive sector, but it's still a stock sector, and as a result, we should be looking um, to the general market and seeing if the general market is in a bull phase or a bear phase. And obviously the general market is in a bull phase, so we should be treating individual sectors accordingly. So XLP consumer staples, record highs. Another record high is for real estate, which makes sense. So real estate is more dependent on the interest rates, and you know we saw interest rates go down quite a bit recently, so it does make sense that real estate is moving higher. Yes, it is defensive in nature, but it is still a stock sector because real estate investment trusts is what is in this sector, is in this fund, and there are still stock funds. There are still real estate investment trust stocks. The same goes for utilities, also at record highs. Relatively recent alert resulted in actually over 20% gain. This is the alert I was referring to in January of this year. Just continued higher and never looked back. So yes, again, utilities are defensive in nature, but that doesn't mean that they are not stocks. And again, during the true bear market, if the stock market turns around, then all sectors will get sold, including the utilities. Right this instant, this is not happening, so we should be looking at it from the point of view of a bull market. A couple of recent trades. So here's Home Depot, HD, symbol HD. You can see several alerts, up arrows. Here's one in April, here's one in May, and then another one in June. And you can see that basically the best thing to do is to just do nothing again in the stock market and to just enter and sit. And so if you entered back in June and you did nothing but just sit in it, then you have over 19% gain. So again, congratulations to subscribers, and you can find out more about these indicators that I'm showing, the green, the blue, the red, and the yellow lines by going to MasterCharts Trading and signing up. Another recent alert, relatively recent of course, because you can see that my trades are more of a swing trades. So there's one alert here in January of this year, and this one resulted in over 26% gain for automatic data processing, ADP, symbol ADP. Again, I'm not really doing anything out of the ordinary. You can see that all I did was just to find a breakout, in other words, a close above the blue line. And again, these indicators are available. You can find out more about them and have them on your chart. So this is all I did, is I'm looking for a close above the blue, as in here on the 30th of January 2019, and then basically you just sit, and you can see that the more you sit, the more the gains. So again, during the bull market, it is generally better to sit longer in a trade and to wait for the gains to come in. Right, let's look at bonds. And here's, for example, junk bonds. Junk bonds correlate very highly to the general market, to the S&P 500. So, for example, here's S&P 500, also approaching record highs, and junk bonds, high yield corporate bonds, are very close to record highs as well. And I think they might actually hit record highs before S&P 500. So this is what I call a bullish divergence. In other words, junk bonds are moving higher before S&P is moving higher. The investment grade corporates and treasuries also had just a tremendous run. Over 24% run. You can see my entry. I still have a position open. My entry was in January. Another opportunity occurred here in 4th of March, and just a skyrocket higher. So 24+% gain. Congratulations to subscribers. Right now, if we try to read into it, possibly a double top. So here's one top on the 15th of August, and then another peak on the 28th of August. We will see if this is indeed a double top. If it's a double top, then we'll act accordingly. But for now, S&P seems to be in a, or rather, I'm sorry, treasuries are still in a bullish phase, and this is not a great sign for the general stock market. But I can see that now there's a possibility of a relief, and TLT, the treasuries might actually pull back, which would help the S&P 500, because money is rotating usually out of bonds into stocks. Here's intermediate bonds, intermediate treasuries. IAF also alert was sent back in December of 2018, so it was a while back, but look at the size of this trade, just a beautiful run. And again, I'm not really doing anything out of the ordinary. I'm just looking for a close above the blue line, and there's that close above the blue line. And basically this is all we need to do, and then we can buy it there. Same goes for short-term bonds, very large move in our favor, and alert was sent in December here last year. Let's switch gears and look at Forex. Here is dollar index DXY, and you can see also, um, in this case, we can see a new high here, 52-week high, and then a pullback from the 52-week highs. So right this instant, I wouldn't read into it too much because I kept, thinking that maybe we're going to turn around and continue lower, especially here back in June of this year. You can see how close we came to closing below the red line, which in my book would mean basically a switch from a bull market into a bear market for the security. It clearly did not happen, and we're still in a bull market for the dollar index. So what does that mean? Let's not read into it too much and just, you know, trade the chart in front of you. So for now, I think dollar is still in an uptrend. But despite that fact, you can see that gold also is moving, has moved very much strongly higher. In fact, I sent an alert here in May, and over 20% gain on the gold futures. And you know that if you trade gold futures, you know it's an enormous gain because of the leverage. Right this instant, I'm possibly seeing a bearish engulfing pattern. So you can see here the two candles, one from the 4th of September, the other one from the 5th of September. And you can see that the 5th of September, the real body where I'm hovering right now, I'm gonna turn off the indicators for a second. Um, you can see that it engulfs the real body of the previous candle from the 4th of September. So this is called a bearish engulfing, and the next day we have a follow through. So looks like we have a confirmed bearish engulfing. Even more obvious pattern is on the chart of silver. Here's XAG USD if you can trade it. In United States, it's very difficult to trade this security, if not impossible. You can see the same general thing. You can see a candle from the 4th of September being completely engulfed by the 5th of September red bearish candle with a follow through on the 6th of September today. So this looks to me like a real bearish engulfing, and I think we could expect now a continuation to the downside. So as a result of all this, I decided to go ahead and close some of my gold related positions, and this is one of those gold related positions. Here's GDX. You can see an entry here in the 31st of May. This is actually my entry. Then it's just a beautiful trade. Basically, I enter, it immediately goes in my favor. Uh, then I take more profits, it continues higher, I take more profits, continues even higher, I take even more profits, continues even higher. Finally, I close the position right there today. It was a very nice average gain, about, let me see, probably about 20 some percent on average. But again, the more you hold in general, the better the gains are. So today I closed the position, and we'll see where this pullback will take us. The same goes for Barry Gold, and you can see that right there, Barry Gold, I went ahead and I opened the position on the 7th of May. Not really imagining or doing anything out of the ordinary. I'm simply looking for a close above the blue line, and then I go ahead and enter there. So this is what I did. I went ahead and I entered on the 7th of May at $12.75. Didn't really go in my favor immediately, but then eventually in a few days it continued higher. Reached my first target. I went ahead and I sold a quarter, continued yet higher, sold another quarter, continued yet more higher, sold another quarter. It just skyrocketed over 57%. So again, very, very nice gain. I finally closed the position. I'll need to double check, but I think on average I got about 30 some percent gain. So very happy with the outcome of this trade. So I'm gonna wait until we'll see a further pullback, and then we'll trade accordingly. All right, let's finish off with various cryptos. So first of all, Bitcoin can be traded just the same way. In fact, here's my position. I opened Bitcoin here at 57.11, sold a half a few weeks later, just kept it open. It skyrocketed over 138%. By the way, gave another bearish engulfing, just like the gold is doing it now. I went ahead and I sold another quarter and then eventually closed the position. Several more alerts were sent. They were all successful. Here's one on the 31st of August and another one on the 18th of July, rather. Now, right this instant, I'm not really touching Bitcoin, even though, for example, right there on the 2nd of September is basically our trigger. Uh, but, we're not really trading. I'm not really trading Bitcoin because I'm concerned about the derivatives of Bitcoin. And here's, for example, one Litecoin, LTC USD. You can see a breakdown right there on the 25th of August, and already a 13% move in your, down, basically in your favor if you shorted it. So I don't like this type of action. I want to wait with Bitcoin, and perhaps Bitcoin will continue lower. Here's the same general principle and general pattern with Ethereum. You can see a breakdown right there on the 14th of August. I put a downward arrow. It's a purple arrow, meaning I did not personally trade it. But if you have access to the various new exchanges such as Bitfinex or Kraken, you can actually go both ways. You can go long or you can short. So in this case, I would be shorting Ethereum, and already been right basically. Okay, that's it for today's recap. Please head over to MasterChartsTrading.com. That's MasterChartsTrading.com, one word, and then click on sign up and sign up for one of the services. So we have three different packages available. One is alerts, and alerts are similar to what I just showed. For example, here's one for GDX. This is an actual alert again, and I went ahead myself opened. So this is the type of thing you will receive in your email, alerts. Now, if you want, and you also will get lots of different alerts because we trade lots of different securities such as common stocks, ETFs, small caps, large caps, various country ETFs, Forex, oil, gold, etc. Lots of different alerts. We trade pretty much every single asset class, so you won't get bored, that's for sure. Another option is to, if you're an experienced trader and you know what you're doing, then you can simply get my trading indicators. And again, the trading indicators are available for tradingview.com, so you can sign up on MasterChartsTrading.com right there, subscribe, and once you have subscribed, send me your tradingview.com user ID. You do not need a paid tradingview.com user ID, and you can get a free uh, tradingview.com user ID. And once you have sent me this user ID, I can open the door for you. You can have the same indicators that I'm showing to you right there, this green, blue, red, and yellow line on your chart. Then you can make your own trading decisions, um, and you can have very nice gains as well because of the ease of the trading. Very easy to trade. And of course, the best package is to get both alerts and the indicators. And the current we have it on sale at 38.30, and actually this will not last. I'm gonna discontinue the sale pretty soon, so do sign up. We have several sign ups already. This is a huge discount compared to the if you were to order them individually. And once again, the price will be going up very soon. Of course, you also get free 30-day trial with every single subscription. And if you're not satisfied, you can cancel anytime within the 30 days, and you will not your card will not be charged later on. You can also cancel at any time, and you will continue receiving your alerts for another until the expiration of your payment. So once again, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please send them in. Don't forget to like and share this video, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye bye.